Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today I have woken up myself from the night shift, and what I have seen has made me slap myself for a few times because I actually looked at this. I looked at Wowhead, and there was Dragonflight 10.0.7 PTR patch notes, and I was shocked to see how much stuff has been changed towards the Enhancement Shaman. So before I start reviewing them and going through them, in my opinion, I will say three important things. Did Blizzard do what we wanted? Absolutely not. Seems like they haven't listened us. It seems like they did listen to us, that Shaman need changes, but they haven't done a single thing that we asked, but they did something else. So some things are good, some things are not. Anyway, we are gonna go through that. The second stuff is, if you're not subscribed, please do so. It helps this channel a lot, it helps me and overall grow this community. And the third important thing is, now that Blizzard has finally put Enhancement Shaman on their site, we actually need to start spamming the forums even more and Twitter and stuff like that, so we let them know about the changes that we think should happen. So maybe until the patch comes out they actually do something of that, because as far as I seen, patch should be coming somewhere at the spring, and spring is will come in about 2 months, a little bit less than that, so there is still a lot of time until that. So if we spam them good enough, they maybe add some of changes that we want, so we are gonna be even better. So once again, I will leave in the comments below all the links to the forums, to the tweets and stuff like that. So if you have a Twitter, go there, like, share, retweet, do anything with that. If you have forum, just go post there your opinion, your suggestions, and let's see what we can do. Anyway, starting off with the changes, first one we have not really much important. It's about the Earth Elemental, that it won't taunt the enemies that player is not in combat with, and they won't be taunting when we have a player with the tank specialization, which isn't really important for us at all. It did bother me a few times in World PvP, where it would just go around and pull everything while I use it, but overall it's nothing. So first, and one of the most important one, is the Astral Shift change, and that says Astral Shift duration is now increased to 12 seconds, it was 8. So it's a very good one. They are kinda hearing what I was suggesting before, you know, to merge both the talents, so they kinda did that, but at the other hand they didn't, because Plains Traveler no longer increases the duration of Astral Shift, and that means that and the Astral Bulwark now reduces the damage taken by additional 20%, and it was 15. So they didn't merge those talents, they just removed one part from the Plains Traveler, and now they made it more useless to take, unlike it was before, because right now the Plains Traveler pretty much reduces the cooldown of Astral Shift by 30 seconds and increased its duration by 4, so they took that 4 seconds, added permanently to the Astral Shift, and Bulwark increased the damage. So now we have no reason to take Plains Traveler, because 30 seconds is not much, because to be honest, Astral Shift cooldown to be perfect need to be at least minute to minute and 20 seconds. Everything above that will not be good, because in solo shuffles we are dying much more quick. But with these changes, with Astral Bulwark, we will have 75% less damage taken, and it will be for 12 seconds, which is very good. So I'm looking forward for that one for sure. So next one, improved Lightning Bolt talent is removed, but Lightning Bolt damage is increased by 20% for all specializations, and Thunderstorm has been moved to improve Lightning Bolt position in talent tree. This one is very good, because with removing improved Lightning Bolt, we are actually having 2 extra talent points, which we can use toward any of those talents that we have here, and Thunderstorm will be moved below, so we can get the access to Thunderstorm much easier. So we get 2 extra points and still the same damage for the Lightning Bolt. I actually like that one a lot. Good job with that, Blizzard. Now one which I'm is that Go with the Flow now reduces the cooldown of Spirit Walk by 10/20 seconds, depends on which rank you take, and it was 7.5/15 seconds. This one is not really important. It's gonna be okay, I guess, because from a minute, Spirit Walk will be reduced to 40 seconds if you take both talents into Go with the Flow. So it's not a bad option, for example, to put these talents from Improved Lightning Bolt there, so you actually have 40-second cooldown on Spirit Walk, which, you know, is much better than a minute for sure. But once again, it's not a game changer, so I don't think that anyone will be using this, at least I won't for sure. Next one we have Thunderous Paw, can now trigger once every 20 seconds and it was 60. This one is actually good. Once again, nobody was using this talent because you would use your Ghost Wolf for once, remove all snares, and you get that additional 25% speed for 3 seconds, and you will have that once every minute, which was too much, and within that minute while you're trying to get the cooldown back, you're probably gonna die, being the soft and low in survivability as we are, so this talent was completely useless. But now if we are playing versus ranged DPS in solo shuffle, for example, we should use this talent because every time they try to root us, freeze us and something like that, you know, to try to kite us and keep away, we can just use this, get extra speed to catch them more quickly and remove that snare effect. So this will be very good and useful against the ranges in the solo shuffle and in other brackets of PvP for sure, so good job on that. Next one is Poison Cleansing Totem. Now remove all poison effects from the target, and it was removing only one. This one is actually very good as well because nobody was using this talent because it was useless, you know, having 1 HP, getting killed in 1 second, and to do all that and to waste one talent just to get removed one poison, that was unbelievably bad with Blizzard. And now they're changing, so if you're playing a Dark Iron Dwarf, or I believe regular dwarf as well, you already have that racial that will remove all poison, disease and stuff like that, so now we can have 2 of them. So versus rogues we should be very good, because for the first wave we have the racial or Poison Cleansing Totem, and for the second we have other ones, so this will be a very good and useful talent versus the rogues, especially the assassin ones, of course. So yeah, good job on that as well. Now Enfeeblement now applies during Hex and lasts for 6 seconds after Hex ends. It's this talent that says when Hex ends the target is slowed by 70%, and it was for 4 seconds. Now it's increased to 6. I don't think with this one is much good. I prefer using the Voodoo Mastery that reduces the cooldown of the Hex, so you can have it more frequently, you know, just spam it. And lately I've been using it with combination, of course, with the regular Hex, and it was a very good in my opinion. So this one is, you know, just a waste of change. Anyway, Ancestral Wolf Affinity has now moved to the class 3 and removed from all specialization trees. So wait, which one is that? Ancestral Wolf Affinity. Yeah, it's this one, and we were sharing that with the Refreshing Waters. Alright, nobody was taking it anyway. And look what the next one says: the Focused Insight has moved to Enhancement and Elemental Specialization 3 in place of Ancestral Wolf Affinity. This one I find really bad, because now you're going to have to choose, either take the Refreshing Waters or either take the Focused Insight. So with our healing being as bad as it is right now, okay, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. It could use some boost, and they decided to kinda nerf us in this point, because we are gonna choose between 2 very important talents, either Refreshing Waters or Focused Insight. So I don't like this change. This one is sort of a nerf, and they really didn't need to do that, but I see what they are going for. They're releasing 2 more talent points from the Shaman point tree, so with that and Improved Lightning Bolt being removed, we have 4 extra talent points to use. So for example, we can put 1 into Poison Cleansing Totem, 1 into Thunderous Paw, maybe we can take the Guardian Cudgel as, you know, part of the cap totem, or, you know, any other combo. We will see once that happens, because the next one I'm going to read, the first, just to cover this, the Swirling Currents has now been redesigned. It's increasing the healing done by Healing Stream Totem and Cloud Burst Totem by 10/20%. Once again, this one is very stupid, because That way we had increased healing surges while we have the two swirling currents, and using the healing stream totem, so we would have our healing surge boosted. So that way we were getting some higher heals, and it was a good talent to a point. But now with that removing, we really have no point to take the healing stream totem again, because its healing is really suck, and it just has 1 HP, which will be, you know, removed with 1 click, and its cooldown is 30 seconds, so it's really useless to take. So this is also a bad change. So I see what they did. They didn't want to touch our damage at all. They wanted to help us get that more, you know, mobility / utility, and a little bit on the passive side. But they decided to nerf our heal. That's my point of vision here. So maybe my peanut brain isn't really reviewing this as well. Maybe it's doing something else, but you know, I'm just at the moment in a rush and not understanding it correctly. But I feel like our healing will be affected with all of this. So yeah, and the next things, healing stream totem, he swapped the position with Spirit Grace talent, swirling current, swap the position with Graceful Spirit / Spirit Walker's Aegis, Ancestral Guidance with Nature Swiftness, Nature Guardian, Totemic Surge, Earth Shield with Earth Elemental, Elemental Orbit under Earth Shield, and yeah, pretty much I don't really care about the restoration talents. So it's gonna look like this. We're gonna have Earth Shield at this spot, then Elemental Orbit, then Earth Elemental. So if we want to take Earth Shield and Elemental Orbit, you know, to boost our healing by the time, blah blah blah, have our both shields activated, and we don't really want to take Earth Elemental, it's fine. We won't be able to, we won't be needing to, because it will be now below there. And it's a cool way to not force people to take a certain talent if they don't want to. But once again, gaining that 15% maximum health and that little bit damage, you know, from pet is not that bad in solo shuffles, especially versus melee train. You know, we use everything that we can in order to survive. So it's a cool choice, but you know, nothing much. So yeah, we are just gonna have to see when this all comes out, how the talents will, which talents we are going to be taking, because a lot of talents are changing positions, a lot of them has been removed, so we have more points to spend on other stuff. So it's all gonna be interesting. So yeah, overall recap, we are getting slightly better defensives, only slightly, same damage and nerf healing. That's how I figured all of this out. So these all changes are both good and bad. Is it what we wanted? Not really, but you know, we are on a good path. So please make sure to spam their forums and everything that I'm going to link down below. Let's try to force them to at least add one stuff from those lists, and we will be winning. For example, adding the 10% damage reduction while we have the lightning shield on would mean a world to us, and you know, just a slight defensive to help us survive while we wait for the astral shift, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, as usual, comment down below your opinion on these changes, comment down below what you think, go on the forums, comment that as well, come join us Discord if you want to play with us, be in a good and healthy community, share talents, macros and everything. We are pretty much doing that in Discord, also link down in the description. These are quite interesting changes, and I just can't wait to see what will happen until this patch comes out. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace.